Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mystery Mondays. And we're heading back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc.
Danganronpa.
Sorry if I sound a little, different.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Okay, gonna pause for a sec right here. Yeah, sorry if I seem a little out of it. I just got back home from a job interview an hour ago, and I was outside for a very long time in the cold. So yeah, I'm still trying to warm up. Alright, let's get back to it.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Hold on a sec. Gonna make sure. Yeah, okay. And yeah, just as a reminder, whilst I'm playing Danganronpa, I can't actually see chat. Or before anything else, we have to make that clear. Make your argument.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
It's true.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Think this is right?
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
Oh,
Why did you kill
duh.
them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
There we go.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What? Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Suit.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense! You just said Hiro didn't do it!
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption!
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Have been.
I got it!
Dolly. And... the tarp.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Look at it, the attitude.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
No, that's you, Celeste. So mean. Sounds so nuts for being so mean. But maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Let's talk about reloading. Alright, with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. There hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy it. Same as from now on, just locking on and pressing the Y button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you one bullet to destroy a single remark. With your random bullet, you can't destroy no more statements no matter how locked on you are. Or you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on, you have to press the X button in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the X button now has to function along with the A and Y button. It will automatically reload the start of each time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action definitely set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun!
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! Do your worst! You have it wrong! I cannot agree!
Ah!
Fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! Do your worst! You miserable wretch! You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool! So pathetic! Lies will get you nowhere! Do your worst! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool! I cannot agree!
This should prove it.
Oh, that was awful.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's trail. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Person in the suit. If you look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? the costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, it's wrong.
Huh, why was there any white noise in that one?
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
Why is it bad in here? Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised I got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! And not to mention, you totally can't bend it the way. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
No chance that helping with taking off rotted because you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing! There's cloth on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office! It's bad, come on, we have to go back!
At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Whose body has disappeared?
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
And then what happened to Taka? Truth is the case, I have to find them, no matter what.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
This hammer she used in this murder. Something about that is bothering me.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh?
Shoot!
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
There we go.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Taka was killed before Hifumi. Yeah, I jumped the gun a bit there. Like, there was something. Hangman's Gambit.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for all little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Okay, I'm checking the time. Okay. Whoa.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah! Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is... we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Celeste account.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
We made once, that much I'm sure of.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, it's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. The first time we played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. Second time was when
I got it!
were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Dong, ding, dong. A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Hifumi's glass.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
Shoot! Darn it.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body
And the next time, it was in.
But when you compare his body before being moved,
Other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Jumped too early.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The nurse's office was
I got it!
the cleaning cloth.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I got it!
Hifumi.
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Taka, could it be...
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. And take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
See, then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been... I got it!
Taka.
That's right! Taka!
It's hilarious that
The
you use
killer
hands
used
as
this
an option.
note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Huh.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh. Nope, it's the broken wristwatch.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was in must have been Huffy!
But remember what time did it? 6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong. No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Because Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Here, Taka, scrap of paper.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
No, it's wrong!
There we go.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Isn't that insane? Was there some chance?
Based on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
No, it's wrong! Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
And, yeah, this is where we're gonna pause it for right now. It's time for our first break. I don't like pausing it during the middle of a trial, but... yeah, this is where we're gonna pause it. So, get up, go to the bathroom, get a drink, do whatever you need to do. I'll be back in a few. And we're back, ready to continue the trial.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful! How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Maybe convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of vindictive events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now!
Killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end, murdered him. In the face of till now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Celeste.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit-brain-fat, lazy, worthless goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Entering suspicious individual.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush, the adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow! Something moving around at the top of the stairs!
we headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he fled further down to the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah! Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto Hina, you can come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individuals of Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it! Everything! The whole thing was one big act!
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
But the Celeste comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? Three Celeste count. Celeste count. Okay.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be.
Got the wrong thing.
We are going to die, and that is.
And that's all it takes to fit. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die.
We are going to die, just like those.
No, that's wrong. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Thus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Wrong.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Easily.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanation? But what's the picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away? The possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Those things you can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Blueprint.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just dragged me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Wrong!
No, that's wrong! No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend into the weight. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate? Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hatakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said people's last names.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What?
Yes.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
But still won't give up? So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Make your argument. E-handbook, I believe.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Bam!
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong!
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it! When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. There's so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning. and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Closing argument. Begin. Alright. You want a clock? Wait. Okay. Yeah. Check your watch, 6 o'clock. Was for Justice Hammer 2. And yeah, showing Justice Hammer 3. Here. Pushing the body. And then the bloody hammer.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. so, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct! Alright, we still got a bit. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lindbergh! Or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucked. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. The reasons enough to do was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine you would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I'd have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Did you use... you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. Absolutely right. Did Hifumi act as my accomplice? I used her. For everyone still left, we'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
You're the one that stole it?
indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used this to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with
It was
this?
Taka. He stole it.
So
And I have
then,
proof. Would you like to see it? Turned out I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
It was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You're correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
Did?
as for me,
He came last night, unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. Said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I mean, I know he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say
never
what?
anyone would go that far! It's amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I never said before in my life! I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna fucking kill him!
most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target. You don't mean Taka's going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
This is unforgivable!
Bastard! Bastard, bastard, bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I?
I swear, I will
I have to save her!
actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. I've devised a way to claim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. That it is complete. Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on me is remarkable. The power of love, and the love is twisted. That can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. Something like that. It's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
Decided to make me the suspect. Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like a cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part of him playing dead? She's asking us, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you'd actually let us live?
Are you okay with this?
It's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. You really believe that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. I explained it to Hifumi. The plan was, while you were all questioning about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. When Hifumi would have an alibi so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it. Very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie level of the opponent and in fact Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
What's human life to me so explainable to you? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like
I
Byakuya.
wonder about
No,
that.
he derives his pleasure from thrill the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you think
What the heck?
maybe just for money? Well, the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. Not all there is to it. The moment our new life here began, my only thought was to escape.
But...
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little
Obviously
bitch.
that was a lie! Ugh,
Hey!
I couldn't take it! I hated it from day one! More than anyone else in here!
You little
I wanted to get out of here! Every day was fresh torture!
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There's no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to dress them up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have crafted the perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is about! To play with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be done.
fortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you're really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Do you feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. No matter how different our values are, there's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
What we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? You're about to die. Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. With other people, I can control my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. You know, if I could be reincarnated, choice
Isn't
then...
it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey!
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. She did. It looked like, to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that in itself must have been her final lie. The fake smile is what betrayed her.
Kills! Chills! Kills!
Y'all done? Okay, let's get rolling! The black and disturbed the peace and must pay the price!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
Celeste, the Illusion Bird, the ultimate gambler!
Everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The burning of the Psy Witch. A bit longer for our next break. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets in the outside world, so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young! You need to place more value on your lives!
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
Strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Get a rest already. So anyway, Yoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting!
Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? In Kyoko's body? What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Let's go on enjoying your school life. Only give me a shout. I don't know anything about it, of course.
see ya later!
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving... Sorry, leaving us all depressed and in despair. But it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
Then that means... So it's probably hidden there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. Approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and
Hey.
said, I'm gonna go in alone. Go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask?
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? It's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Your argument is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you,
Well
Byakuya.
then.
Up to you now.
Yo!
Now you go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto, Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Keith Celeste had given her an unlock the locker. Locker swung open, we saw.
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. Never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. And I think I'll be filled with the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please just wait a while. So, now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Please tell me, what are you do all on your own here at the school?
you.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
That's something you need to know right now. Don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. You do that.
Indeed.
It's only natural you think I'm a mastermind spy, right? Me too. No! I believe in you. In me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's what I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
That's fine.
Then, fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. See? What I heard from Kyoko then was, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I'd believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for night time to come. I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? There's no more storage closet as far as I can tell. Could it really be hidden here? Back to the storage closet. Seriously? Back to the storage closet. Suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, it shunk. At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Storage closet. Huh? Turned out, back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side. Like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. In the back of that closet, there's a secret room. This secret room. What's in here? There's a bunch of files of what looks like volume of yearbook, all covered in dust. In one file, the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Student registry? It's not covered in dust. Suddenly, I file in my hand. Take a look at it. Here's how the file and turn my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. Weird. That's like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? Feels funny. It's like deja vu. Words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Strange sound rang throughout my head. I feel like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started. It's all over. I don't know how long it had been. Ow! Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The authority paid by hand proved that much at least. Normal desk with normal drawers. Bookshelf. Huh? Empty. Gone. It's all gone. The student registry and even the note has then fall on the floor. It's all gone? Me. My brain refused to do any more work. Pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. With pain, my mind heavy with thought, I dragged myself back toward my room. Now I made it back to the first floor of the school. Well, the more I felt, it was getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. Right there. And after that, what? There's sound. Faint but undeniable sound. Coming from the gym? My shaky frame toward the gym, stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door of the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. There is a battle beyond anything humanly possible. One side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The mastermind spy is... Sakura. The end. Seven left. We continue to receive the Super Robo Justice present. Alright. And now it's time for our next break. Well, see you all in a few. There we go. Alright, and we're back. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then Shay got executed. And that brings us up to now. Dining Hall, the day after Celeste's case. And now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura's the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more.
Okay.
Hey, in that case, let's see someone pass out. What do you mean in that case?
I mean...
Well, because look how scary one looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? Feel your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
Okay.
Let's try sufficient donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a deep impact style meteor impact extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those both friends this time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since the class trial's over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. You have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
Yeah, think with happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts.
You know?
Like we're getting that out of here, right?
Serious.
It's all over. I think we'll get born for serious. Or, I mean, we're born as someone serious.
Well...
Irritated thought? Like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there are gonna be any more murders. Well, what makes you so sure?
According to the spirits...
I predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it.
However...
How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Well, yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right sometime.
The occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
So,
Fortune telling isn't a cult?
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. Cattle what?
So...
He's referring to an urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually...
No, you're calling it an urban legend? Matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. A place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and head home. And before long, the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in. Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
So it stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill. They totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now you see, that is cattle mutilation. I kinda got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
Stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway, I hope the prediction turns out to be true. At the very least, I won't murder anyone.
yeah.
Me neither. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. As for me too, of course, I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. It's a hardship we'd finally become united, but...
Well...
To be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too.
But
they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. To prove we were unified for the time being, Then that bond hid weakness and fragility. Chapter 4. All-Star Apologies. We began our search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Time to grab the loose mono coins. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Being scared of it won't do any good. Better off just ignoring it completely. Okay. Next coins are in the laundry room. They don't have the cherry vanilla Coca-Cola I love so much. Until I came here, my mom took care of all my laundry and cleaning and stuff. Maybe I'll try doing it myself when I get out of here and get home. Okay. The switch open and close the gate. I don't have the key, so I can't do anything with it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. There's all kinds of stuff piled up everywhere. There's all kinds of stuff piled up everywhere. Right. Next spot is... Okay. We'll get the one at school store at the last. Wait, I'll right past it. There's a clock right there, but what use is time in here? Wait. Ah. So now we have access to the fourth floor of Hope Street Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Okay, well. This is the music room. It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall. It's a grand piano? It's really odd. I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless.
Hey.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think?
So...
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah! Well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked. By who? Well, they came from behind and I didn't really have time to react, so I didn't see who it was. When I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry, I know how important those were.
Fine.
It's okay. I already saw what I needed to in there. I had suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because...
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go in the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room.
It would seem...
After you instill everything in the room, that's mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then, you knew I was going to get attacked?
That doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Something else. Do you know about that note that was left in there? Well, that said you must not leave?
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Glance at the surveillance camera.
So...
I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She was asking this clear. That wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
It's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Someone noticed? You're hiding
Am I
something.
wrong?
That's...
What?
What's the matter? Camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey.
A friend, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? Right, there should be a secret between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend. You don't have evidence for it. There's no evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could just make things that much worse. Nothing worse than... I hate this, but thou must. Sorry, I can't tell you, not yet.
Correct.
That's your answer.
However...
But do you think that's fair? You're happy to hear what I had to say, now you're unwilling to share? Sorry, I really am.
That's fine.
It's
Goodbye.
Yuko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Yeah, you did. Okay. 4A. I'm glad this door got opened up and all, but there's like a ton of locked rooms up here. Okay. Camera? Okay, I just want to go get used to it. I mean, we can use to watch 24/7. No. There it is. Alright, where else? Okay. Oh wait, no, it was 5th. I just don't think I was used to it. This is the office, but of course there's no hint of any teachers that we normally be able to rely on. There's a flower on the desk. Somehow makes things that much weirder. Yeah, also those flower pots carry a coin. Oh, this picture on the floor. This picture. What? Celeste Hifumi and Sayaka? It's the 3 people who are dead now. That's without metal plates over the windows. It's exactly the same. Just like the picture I saw before. Why this isn't important somehow. You're smiling the way you expect a normal teenager to smile. It's just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe that they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. This picture was taken before they ever came to Havoc Peak, which means everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here? Including Sayaka? No, there's no way. Monokuma did it. It must be fake. You're fake! That's a picture from my hand. Forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on! Then you're saying this picture is real? Such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize? I take 1st, 2nd, and 4th place. Actually, that's probably not true. I ask you a question. Is the picture real or is it fake? Oh, Makoto, you're sort of splitting it in half, aren't you? No use, it's just no use. Trust with something that can't be split. You'll end up feeling like you're the one being split. The picture is real, no more, no less. When Monokuma disappeared. The picture is real? It's real. That's true. That's the case. And Master's office, which is locked. Chem lab. Further on, the smell of medicine was oppressive. This is the chem lab. Inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. Camera, I just don't think I'm gonna get used to it. Right. And... oh yeah. And the monitor. He and Sakura seem to be lost in a deep but friendly conversation. They found what's going on with Sakura in the mastermind. If I can't, well, she's with Dina. Huh? You need some? No, it's nothing. Sure, okay then. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine.
That's right.
Listen, Makoto, listen! Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me! Okay, Hina, just chill out. Stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, protein. What? They even have... Protein Max? What's that? A high-quality protein drink. Nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh, yeah? Amazing, it's a gold mine. Ah, my prayers have finally been answered. Some more prayers, then. Gold mine, huh? Another gate and more stairs. Then there's still more waiting for us? This says headmaster's room. There must be something worthwhile in there. Huh? The door's locked. Damn it. No good, the door's locked. I won't be getting in here. Anyplace, this is called the data center. What's behind the door is a total mystery. We're taking a good look, see things around here. There's a lot to think about. For now, I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. After I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. After a few minutes. So this is everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. And Kyoko? She's ignoring me. Makoto? Is Kyoko gonna upset you? She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
What's your deal?
It's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. It's bad. Metal sheets had been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor, and then budged an inch.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. I found a couple rooms on the 1st floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. Oh, the headmaster's room? Is that like exactly the kind of place we find clues? We can somehow unlock the door and get inside. Here's about a stupid lock. Should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that? No, please continue. I got the nicest butt on the block. The curviest hips in town, is that what you said? Hell no, I didn't.
Hey!
Then what did you say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door of the headmaster's room. And your headmaster's door? What kind of war on education are you trying to start here? That's my room, you know. It is now, anyway.
With betrayal?
And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. Do you have any idea how much bacteria lives in on a single bear claw? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. I'm totally mad. I was hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this. But you're gonna go around having those thoughts. I have no choice but to add to the school regulation. Seriously? Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There, that's a rule now, you jerks. Is he gone? Man, I was scared for my life. I'm sure he was gonna kill me for serious. But if you go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that's a rule, there's nothing we can do now.
Yeah.
There's a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor, and it had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there's an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff, though. There's medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there's also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly, though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
it's true.
Still, we better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toku about the poison, right? What do you mean? Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say. In case? Yeah, I think you're right.
However,
Byakuya won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But to put something dangerous poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. So has everyone said what they needed to say? I think so.
You're serious?
But it looks like nobody found any clues at all. I don't know the way out of here. I've been depressed since my health burned down to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something? My dad was smoking in bed. No, I have something I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? Remember when I found that picture up on the 3rd floor the other day? You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? I remember, what about it? I found another one. Another picture, almost just like that last one. Another one? This time, the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Huh? And they were all smiling. This picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. The picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon was the only one. But it had Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. How can that...
Conspiracy!
Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then everyone who's in it... There would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand.
What?
Can't be, it's a fake! But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but...
so then,
Then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who died?
because...
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. Said everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refuse to do the same. It's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on.
Look, guys, stop fighting, or all your good luck is gonna float away. Wait, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still so conflicted. You guys have stopped playing nice. Yakuya! Same fucking look on your faces. You were all so ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. Look at you, it makes you think of a frog sinking to a pile of manure. Sorry.
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing? Leave alone, you're not part of it!
That's right.
That's true enough, but your problems aren't mine. We are and always will be completely separate. Causing your face to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? Can I just say something useful?
Hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you something good.
Such ignorance.
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Date's lottery numbers? Taking a bath? You talking to Alter Ego? You tell him something?
it would seem...
We should all go take a bath. Ah, good idea. A mixed bath?
Okay.
A mixed bath! I really did tell him something. Wonder what it could have been. Dressing room. Toko was sitting alone on the bench, laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what Alter Ego has to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it with Master. With Master. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up. Stop bothering me.
How about that?
No way, we have to talk to Alter Ego.
Well,
No, I made Master a promise. A promise? For me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing. What are you, his dog? That's what Master wants. I'll do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine. If you really want me gone, by all means. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, we'd like you to move? Sure thing, just kneel before me and beg. First to make a mess against Noah Super Sadist! Can't get to it. Toko, seriously, I'm asking you nicely to let us use the laptop. Did you hear what I said? I told you kneel and beg!
How about that?
Come on, Makoto, give them a 1-2 combo. 1, drop your knees. 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I did kneel down in front of her and said, please, I'm begging you. Will you please let us use the laptop? No director's feeling of happiness. Oh, my pin of anger and Master for abusing me is evaporating. Even you realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let's talk to Alter Ego. Okay!
you really came.
Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. Felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. Sharpened blade. Wounded. I moved over to let her take over. Here we go. Really, can you tell us what you found out?
Leave it to me.
Sure. I analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. Particularly important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students in Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. It was meant to be more than just normal school life. They pretended to live out the rest of their lives here. That
I see.
is exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? The one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope's Peak themselves. Wait, hold on. The reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho-freak criminalization order?
No way.
The school itself? It doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego's finished. We should hear the rest.
That's right.
Seems the reason why they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described the event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean? Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy. It's apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
That is finally starting to make sense. What this means is 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. Whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground.
That's right.
They planned to sequester students here where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would the Hope Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey,
Could this tragic event possibly been? But what? Sorry. I don't know. The information was ever on this computer is gone now. Totally useless. I'm sorry. That's all he said. Then, is this really the end? We really have to get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It appears so. Disappointing. Oh wait! One other thing I forgot to mention. It might be important. To do with the mastermind. Mastermind? You figured out the mastermind's identity. No, that's no, no, but I did find a clue, I think. Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope Peak headmaster. The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. That's a man in his late 30s. Likely he's somewhere in the school right now.
The headmaster?
He's here in the school?
okay.
Gotta be the mastermind. I mean, Monokuma's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
For serious?
If we break down the door to this room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on?
I
can't explain why. I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Because what's going on with you? She heard about the headmaster's reaction was almost violent.
So then,
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. In her attempt to regain her composure, she started having it. No. Alright, that's everything I found. All the information on this iPhone seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here. I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over.
hey,
Wait, Alter Ego seems to have more to say. Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Hifumi, or Taka since yesterday. My perception types. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but...
Okay then.
It really happened.
Sorry.
No point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job, thank you. I'm done? Guess I am, huh?
Okay then.
Maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Bye, everyone. See you later. Laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
So Alter Ego did everything he could.
indeed.
We won't have to talk about him all that much anymore.
but,
No, it's not time for him. Sorry, but he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no. Talk to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean, I feel the same way.
Hey.
Come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? You know, what's the difference between us and that program, really? Huh? Start thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego is human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think, maybe I understand where you're coming from. No problem calling him a friend. After all, more friends the merrier, right?
That.
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival.
So,
So anyway, don't throw away that. It's totally a smart and cool thing I quoted from I don't remember where.
hey,
Anyway, there's nothing more else you can do to help us. Such as role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? No,
just a
but
second.
question the age at which you decide who it is and isn't your friend. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story has gotten off track. You should go over what Alter Ego think one more time. A good idea. What was the Hope Speak staff thinking? Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
And so it's the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? Must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway,
That event led to the closing of Hope's Peak.
at the very least,
Something else must have some kind of connection to the school. The students here were killed or something.
However,
That kind of statue is all over the news. At least one of us would remember that.
could it be?
Maybe they covered it up. That would explain why now this news the school had been shut
I
down.
see.
Covering up something like that. I suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like this.
Anyway,
Maybe, but right now there's only one path open to us.
so...
We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Correct.
We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
No matter
So I'm
what?
just getting our hands on him, I think. Yoko, that headmaster got that feeling again.
Well,
But even that isn't a problem for us to easily solve. Yeah, you're right.
So then,
Well, our business is done here, so for now we should get out of here. Oh yeah, good idea.
Yep.
Did I? Shoot. Huh? Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm now guarding it. The other's gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. As we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
My heart is pounding away. Pounding with anger. You're not so mad about the whole breaking the headmaster's thing, are you? Oh, that little matter doesn't even matter a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying an decent Nick's bath, but that doesn't matter either. Building, still building. I'm about to boil over with rage.
Great.
Don't get so angry. Here, let me help center your chakra. It's just on the walls of your brain, okay? If you do something to me, I do it right back. Eye for eye and a fang for a fang. Fang for a fang? Be careful, we just changed the incantation of devastation. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. What's he talking about?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug bite.
correct.
So it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make you feel better that way. Agreed.
it's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. Cohen headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's party words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. We learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my head. It assures the Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which had happened a year before. Apparently the headmaster's the one behind it all, the mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried. I still have to try and rattle them bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. Let's talk about where I was at before I became a bear. At first, I was at a total loss. I just had what you I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, oh, the company's been trying to push this for forever. It's a really incredible offer. She laid out the deals. It turned out it wasn't a tiger prawn like I'd hoped, but a little popcorn shrimp. It's totally tiny. I would have been the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I don't want to be one myself, but someone might come along and step on me. So the lady started laughing at me. She was like, you think we can do a tiger prawn on our budget? Suddenly I decided to become a bear instead.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma. Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. Okay, lint roller. My lint roller, I haven't used it since then. Trash can. For me, any height, it's a trash can. Whoa, Makoto! Huh? Why do you sound so surprised? Sorry about that, it's just... If you'd gotten here even a minute earlier, it would have cost me a few more minutes off my life. What? Why?
You know?
Because Kyoko, like, just left. Kyoko?
Serious.
You know, Makoto, the kind of girl go at it, she wants the lives of people to watch it happen,
How
too.
about that?
Since me saying it, you know it's true. So, like, hurry up and make it better.
Yo.
We see you at breakfast. See for him to say, what am I supposed to do?
What do you want?
Well, the breakfast meeting, you honestly expect me to go. Well, as long as I'm here, I should ask Byakuya what he made himself alter ego totem. Fair enough, Surveillance camera will catch us for sure.
What?
So, well,
Goodbye.
he's gone. Good morning,
Hey,
Hina.
Makoto.
Morning. Hey, so yesterday you were kind of cool. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know when you said alter ego is your friend?
So,
It's the same thing. When something like that happens, I never know how to say what I'm thinking.
You got it.
So I'm really glad you said it for me. So thanks. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're usually like totally normal, but when the time comes, bam, you bust out your special power.
'Cause, I
I
mean,
mean, even before yesterday, when stuff comes up, it's like you always do something about it. Even before yesterday, when you talk about the class trials and stuff, I mean, that stuff is it just kind of took care of itself, you know? It totally didn't. Compared to Sakura's and everyone else's, I'm sure we'll get out of here. Yeah, I think you're right. I am right. All right. Now we got fighting spirit. Let's go get some grub. She's right. Even the road is long. If we don't keep on moving forward, we'll never reach our goal. All right. Yeah, I think we go through this next part. Should be able to. To the dining hall, first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Toko?
What's your problem?
Wait, you think your eyes were off just by looking at me? Fine then, don't look at me! I think he's just surprised seeing you at the breakfast meeting is all. Indeed, but it's quite a while since you joined. Yeah, well, maybe you changed your mind. Byakuya said he liked the girls to have some meat on his bone, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down in my stomach. I'm gonna eat till I drop. I refuse to lose.
Hina.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, looks like Kyoko's in here.
You know?
Well, she said she'd come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. I'm not even trying to hide anymore. No, I said she wanted you to show some backbone. You didn't need to show her that much.
Just a second.
You're dirty, Makoto. Dirty. Present dirty of Dirtlandia. You don't understand. Take stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. Filthy? No use denying it. You don't see how disgusting you are. Shut up! That lusty body of yours. Night after night you go out for your illicit club meeting. Hey, knock it off! I can't deal with dirty stuff like that! Midnight extracurricular activities only put us in even more danger.
Please.
Stop it! Stop, wouldn't you? Sweaty hands gripping that chalk tight. And for all that extra credit, your screams are like the screech of a violated black horse. And it's amazing. Decent ideas are coming to me one after another. So would you rather have your black eye on the left or right? Sorry.
Hey, come
Leave
on.
Toko alone. She's got a little funny for all pent up frustration.
You know?
Wait, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. Of course I want things to get better as soon as possible. What's going on? I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. Sakura? What is it? Give me some time later. I was hoping I could talk to you. Kyoko's dumped him. Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart. Keep Makoto who they are as long as they got the right equipment. Just Sakura, Makoto's transformed into a wild beast. Prime Minister Wild Beast of Beastopia. Why is this happening to me? Let's hope wait till tomorrow. I like to get some rest today. I've been feeling worn down these last few days. Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. I've just had some minor aches and pains. That's because of that battle. This would be pretty bad if you have to go rest. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it!
Yeah, sure, protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
Like, worship protein. It's like your god or something.
Okay.
Makoto, I don't know what you want to talk to her about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You know?
No, let's see. Eat? I'm kind of nervous. How come?
What's your
I don't usually eat in front of other people. So as a kid, I'd eat by myself.
What the heck?
What about your family? Well, yeah, I used to with my dad, my mom, and my mom. You had 2 moms? What? That's just how things were. It's like a serious issue. So, Toko's from a poly family. Just let it go. You're asking for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours? Stop saying stuff like that! Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. But now Kyoko will never show up. Invisible situation, man. Just as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. Wait till tomorrow to come out and talk about what I saw. But in a way, I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. Free time. What? No, wrong button. Alright. And yeah, this is where we're going to take our next break. So, get up, stretch, get something to drink, do what I have to do. See y'all in a few. Alright, and we're back. I think about it, and I think I'm almost out of energy to deal with today. So we're just gonna go and do the mono machine that stop for the day. So that reminds me, one time at my old school, I lost my school pin and had to buy another one. Alright, here we go. Give it a shot. Actually, how many? 44 coins. It'll be $48. Yeah. Alright, yeah. So let's finish it up with just one point at a time. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Just dump the rest of the coins in. There we go. I should probably get going. And Yeah. I'll just save it here.
Danganronpa.
Quit. Because, yeah. Everything that's happened today, I'm a little bushed. So, let's see. Miss Annella's online. Let's go raid.
Bite in my headphone cables because a certain bird can't keep her mouth to herself. She snipped my headphone cable, so now I'm having to like patch it together with electrical tape, and you know, that's always a fun time. But hi everyone, good to see you all. Yote, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Danganronpa? Oh, hell yeah. That's my jam, if you can't tell by the Monokuma on my shelf. Hi, Asparagus. Hi, first time seeing your VTuber. Yeah! Well, it's not quite a VTuber. I mean, I guess it's under the VTuber umbrella, right? It's a little PNG tuber. I can grab her and make her move around if I want to do. Oh, wait, no, wait! Immersion breaking! Never mind, I can't do that now! She's blocking Sleepy Masay. Hi, Minecraft player. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. I'm making my first real dinner in 3 days. I was on a liquid diet so I could have an x-ray done. Oh, goodness. Well, I hope you enjoy your dinner. And I hope the x-ray went well. Wait, how can the chibi walk if